Hi friends, it's Velvet. Today we are going to do another one of those use your stash videos that I'm trying to do. Sorry for the ums already. So this is just kind of a tag that I did because in this use your stash, I wanted to use my embossing folders, and I think I have the embossing folder that I used sitting right here. Yeah, so it's just, whoops, it's one of these 3D ones, you know, the thick ones that make a really good mark. And I just used some coffee dyed paper. This is actually not coffee dyed paper. What did I dye this with? Oh, I know. Dragon fruit. I used dragon fruit on this one, and it turned out like that. Isn't that neat? It's just the light, you know, light color. So, yep. So, this is kind of the prototype. This is what I did with it. Use these little things. These are all from, who are these from? You probably know better than I do. They are all from, is it Pink Monarch? I will look it up because I should let you know who they are from because they're gorgeous. I printed them all on 110 pound cover, if I'm not mistaken. So they are super duper thick. You can probably tell. Super duper thick. Cut them out with my Scan and Cut so they would be really nice and not hurt my hands. So that, and then just use one sticker, use a couple of stamps just to kind of fill in some blanks. Used this little photo. This is just some paper that I had in my stash. So this is truly like a use your stash. So this was just something that I had. One of these little old, like a Temu thing. So I have already, oh, this is the paper. Isn't that pretty? Really love that. And this was kind of the other half of the paper that I divided. I don't know if it was this half or this half. But anyway, I just cut it in half, and this was the first half. And this was the second half. So I figured I'd make another one with you. So if you've got some stuff that you want to use up, if you've got some paper you can make into a tag, some, you know, something that you can emboss, just pause the video and emboss some coffee dyed paper. And then instead of using it in a traditional way, why don't we just cover the bottom of our tag like this? So here's what I did. So I basically know that it's going to go at least to this line here, but I think it's a little bit above it. So I'm just going to go like this all over, so I know it's going to stay. Because if it's being pulled in and out of a pocket, we really do want it to stay well. And then I'm gonna go like this here. I just kind of wiggle it around a little bit so the glue is going everywhere I need it to go. Then what I did on the other one is I turned it over and then kind of pressed down. Not real hard. I mean, you're not going to wreck this impression. You're just not, because it's a 3D impression. And if you don't have 3D embossing folders, that's okay too. It's going to work. It doesn't matter. And then I just kind of grab this and Went like that just to make sure that the glue is kind of on the edges. This is a pretty quick craft too, because you probably have paper in your stash. You probably have the coffee dyed paper in your stash that you can just quick run through your die cut machine with a stencil. I mean, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. And, you know, grab a couple of pieces of things that you want to use. Probably have the little tags in your stash. Okay, so then I just cut off the excess and put that in the stash for next time. Now I am going to, I've already chosen this picture, and the reason I chose it is because I think it was attached to this one. So, you know, just easy peasy. Now I am just going to find, I could probably use something like that. I really loved how this had this, you know, sticking up. So you know, you could find something like that, or that's pretty quiet. That's pretty quiet. Pretty cool. I was reading the word required as I was doing that. You could put a couple of these on here. See, I kind of want to pull a couple of these here. So I like the red on here. I like this. So there's that. And I'm going to put this up here. Before I do anything, I just want to ink a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to ink this. Like I said, I print these on really heavy cardstock. That's pricey, but because I don't print everything on that heavy cardstock, that's okay. I'm just going to print these. These are just some cheap stickers that I got. I don't even know when. But I liked them. So I'm going to use one of these just like I did on this. Okay, so I don't think that's going to be everything that I use, because I think I might want this one dangling and something maybe sticking down here. There's so many to registry cleared. I mean, you know, maybe this young man is trying to get someplace and he needed this ticket. I don't know. Who knows? And maybe we just want, oh, this is what I didn't do. All right. I'm gonna pause for just a moment to get an eyelet. Okay, I'm back. All right, so I think the first thing I'll do is set this eyelet. Now what I did on this one is I didn't set it too tight because I wanted it to be able to kind of swing loosely. And I am using the WRMK eyelets so that I know they'll fit. Okay. See, it's set, but this will move. But I'm not crazy about how it's set there. I do feel like that could, I just set it a little bit tighter. It can move, but it's not going to swing freely. That's okay. You can still move it enough to place it how you want, and it's set enough on the back. All right, so there's that. I know that I want this here. I could put this seal here. Return notice can go there. Registry cleared. All right, I'm gonna get this put down. And then everything else can get layered above this. Seems to me that the picture would go down first. Okay. I'm just using the Fabri-Tac because these are thick pieces, and excuse me, on the embossed part, I just wanted to make sure that it stuck real well because it's just a thicker glue. There we go. Now I'm going to use a stamp on here and maybe elsewhere. Let's see, here's one of my stamps here. I've got out this. Let's do number 65. Employee number 65 signed off on this. There we go. And then let's do, how about, please furnish what? Notice, please furnish invoice and triplicate. That doesn't make a lot of sense. We'll find something. We will find something. How about CS4G? That makes a lot more sense. Now, what have we got? What is this? Just some really old numbers. That we're just going to put there. let's just get something else. What have we got? Oh, no, don't want to use that one. What's this? GmbH, I think. Put this down here. There. You know what? I'm going to call that done. And see how easy that was? To just use up a little bit of excess or extra coffee dyed paper, a piece of extra, double-sided paper that I had in my stash, some tags that I had, and to use, an often forgot about embossing folder. And voila, an extra tag made on the fly. So there you go. I hope you played along, and I hope you had fun doing it. So thanks so much for joining me and for supporting my channel. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Have a good one. Bye.